Hello, and welcome to the Casino Tears podcast. I'm one of your hosts, 10 Ton is number one, and joining me as my co-host is the one and only Ed Robinson from Roll to Win Craps. If you want more info on our show, please visit our page at casinotears.com. On this week's show, we discuss Dice Coach Dials In, Part 2, Corporate Coolers, Cold Times. We also touch on middle fingers, hitting the back wall, come-out sets, crapless, focus, drills, and 10 Ton goes out in last. All right, you ready for this other question?
Waiting on it. I got some over here too.
This one's coming from Alan D. I don't know who this is. It says, "Hi guys, how do you handle this scenario at the table? You're playing. Most of the time, you're the only player at the table. You're in the zone, and suddenly you have 2 to 3 people come up to the table together, not there to play, but to have a conversation amongst themselves. Sometimes it's about craps, but other times it's a random conversation, never placing a bet. Do you think they, in parentheses, the casino, has prop people come in to throw a shooter off their game? Sometimes they may ask, how do you play? I'll say YouTube and continue on. If you say anything to them that just takes you out of your element, I'd like to hear clever ways other players may have dealt with similar situations. Myself, if things at the table start going south, I just color up and look for another table if they stay any length of time." Alan D. P.S. Love the podcast. Thanks, Alan D. This is conspiratorial, this question, and happens. I like a good conspiracy.
That happens, right? If that makes him uncomfortable right off the bat, and if it shortens his game is over. Then if it bothers him that much, he's got to have to color up and leave then. Don't engage yourself in a conversation with these yahoos.
What do you call them? Yahoos?
Yahoos. I have people coming to me all the time. They go, listen, I said, I've got the dice. I'll talk to you when I'm not shooting. Or meet me at the bar. You can buy me a $20 glass of wine, and I'll talk to you, but not while I'm at the table. I'm not trying to be rude, but kind of don't engage in a conversation because you're going to take yourself right out of the game.
But what if she's really good looking, Bo?
That's even worse.
Oh, we didn't even go.
That's worse. That's worse. Say, turn my bets off. Turn my bets off. Take me down. The dealers can have my pass line bet, and let's go to the bar, baby.
I just asked the dealers, is she a hooker?
No, but Ed, what do you do? Do you think that a casino would do that? Is that within?
Not in that way. No, I do not. There's all kind of knuckleheads that come up to the tables and start talking, and they start. Oh, look now, there you go. Now he's on the pass line. He wins on a 7 or 11, and he loses on a 2, 3, and 12. I mean, they act like they know what they're doing. They're trying to teach somebody that shit. I don't even listen to that because I'm focused on what I'm doing, and so you cannot listen to what all is going on. You got to focus on something. I focus on the puck. I focus on a TV screen, something that's around me so that I can just look at it until I see them slide me the dice, right? I don't care what people are talking about. I don't care what people are walking up. I don't care if people are going, wow, I've never seen anybody shoot the dice like that before. I've heard that. I've heard it at Paris even, but I don't listen to it because I don't want it to take me out of my focus. Now, do casinos have coolers? I believe they do, but those guys aren't coolers.
They're just random people.
Yeah, they're just knuckleheads.
That are just they don't even know they're
knuckleheads showing
coolers.
up. Yeah, they're showing up. They're just knuckleheads showing up, talking.
Well, in
at
that
the
same respect, Ed, I agree with you 100%. You can't let that bother you. When there's something going on at the table, you shouldn't be, and you're the shooter, you shouldn't be focused on what other people are doing or saying. Like, say in the middle of your roll, a guy makes a big bet. You shouldn't even know he's making that big bet. You could care less. You care less. Just focus on what you're doing. And what I think about is just give me a paying number. That's all I think about. Just give me my next roll paying number. Boom. Don't give me a 7 that gets into the laws of attraction and stuff. I just say, give me a paying number. Boom.
Yeah.
And disregard everything else. You can't carry on a conversation. Can't shoot at the same time. It doesn't work. Not very well anyway.
Conspiracy. I could see this happening. Like theoretically, it could happen at these tight ass privately owned casinos that sweat the money. Why is that so far out of thinking that they would do something like that, that they would send over a cooler?
I see coolers happen more at the corporate casinos than I do at the privately owned.
Oh, really? What do
Yeah,
you
the
mean?
dealer,
What's a cooler
the
at the corporate level?
they're dropping $300 out there, and they're hanging their hand out in front of your toss, and you already got the dice, and you're about to toss the dice. I've seen it at the Beau Rivage. I've seen it dozens of times.
So, Ed, you really think that this happens?
I think so. I'm with Ed. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, when you're in 30, 35 rolls, and some
Man.
guy comes up acting drunk, and he's just dangling his hand out in front of your landing zone, right in front of you. Yeah, I think it happens. I
Or
think
worse than
they
that,
have
a
'em.
guy in the middle of your 35
Because
hand roll.
you've already brushed off 5 drink girls
Right.
who come up and tapped you on the shoulder. Would you like a drink, sir? And you're like on the 10th row. Then, would you like a drink, sir? Same one coming back. They're being told to go,
Give that man some good service.
yeah, give him a drink, right? And you go, no, I don't want a drink. If I want a drink, I'll let you know. But, I've seen other guys come in on the table and just plot money down and hold their hand out there right when you're throwing the dice. I mean, just as you're getting ready to release the dice even. Those are coolers, and I believe they're sent by the casino, my opinion.
Well, Ed, check this out. You're in the middle of a hot roll hand. A guy in the middle of your hand stops the game, signs a marker for $5,000, stops the game, gets the marker, and doesn't make a bet.
Oh,
See
that's
what I'm
when
saying?
that's when you say, I'm not shooting until you bet.
Exactly. But see, that's on the same thing. They're stopping the game.
So I will stop and say, take the dice back to the center, and I'll point to that guy and say, are you going to bet? Because you just interrupted my throw. I want to see your bet.
Right. And it better be a
Then
big
I will
one.
throw the dice. I want to
Yeah.
see your bet, dude.
Then what do you do if he puts an $18 6 and 8 up?
I was like,
Technically, that's a
you
bet.
bought in for $5,000
Yeah.
and you're betting $18. Where's your vagina, dude?
Maybe he doesn't have faith in the shooter. He's thinking you're a random roller.
I mean, I'll turn my bets off, and I will chew
You
that
got to.
guy's ass out.
oh my God.
You got to.
I will ask him where his purse is, what color his thong is. I want to know every damn thing about his paternal and maternal family tree. I want to know everything about that guy, and then I want to see if you got enough dick in your pants to place a freaking bet. I want to see a bet. You bought in for $5,000. I want to see your freaking bet.
When you turn your bets off, don't forget to pick up your odds.
I'll leave my odds because I'm going to shoot for the point.
Yeah, but you're so riled up now that you're not going to hit it.
Nah, probably not. But I'm gonna chew his ass out, and I'm gonna either make him leave the table and tell everybody else to get on his ass, or he's gonna either make a bet or leave the table.
Yeah, because that's bullshit.
That's interesting, man, because I know at poker rooms they have people that are like
Chills.
paid to play to get games going, and they're
Well, that's a little different. They're not trying to stop the game or stop the shooter from catching the hand.
that's interesting. See, I guess I don't believe in the moon landing yet. Yeah,
don't believe in the moon landing? You don't think we've been to
I
the
don't
moon
think
yet?
this is real. I mean,
Well, Musk is going to take us to Mars.
man, it really I could see a smaller casino doing it, but a big one.
I say the
think the
bigger
bigger
ones
ones-
do it. The
no.
bigger ones do it because the little ones have got such small max bets that they don't
Oh,
care
yeah.
anyway.
$500 or whatever.
On the small casinos, the privately owned casinos, the dealers are the ones that are supposed to interrupt you.
Damn.
Not they can't afford a freaking shield to come in there and try to screw you up.
This is deep.
It's deep. Yeah.
This is some deep. Yeah, I'm gonna start thinking of taking a look at that. That's on my radar now.
Call your bets off, 10-10.
See if these
Just
these
get-
interrupters are provocateurs.
I can't tell you how many times we've run people off the table at Hard Rock because they come in and buy in and won't make a bet.
At all?
All of us will just stop and we'll all just start yelling at the guy. I want to see your bet. I want to see your bet. Well, I don't have to bet. Well, you didn't have to buy in while we were in the middle of a roll either. So you were in a hurry. Let's see your bet. Let's see you do 220 inside real quick.
Always buy them when the puck is off. Simple. Keep it simple, right?
If you can get that dumbass to make a bet, turn your bets off, throw a 7, and knock him out of there. It's just like when the table's really crowded and you've got a bunch of guys that you're trying to get on a table, and 2 or 3 of you can get in there. Then you bet the dark side and you throw the don'ts and you're betting the sevens, and then you get everybody to leave, and then your crew can get in there, and then you can have a good session maybe, right? You want to run them away.
There you
Get
go.
the table cleared out, get your people in, boom.
If they don't have a hunting license, they don't belong there, right?
That's correct. It's got to be a 2025, expires on February 1st of 2026.
All right, here's another one. It's actually relates back to the other question. Okay, this one is this came in while we were recording. Okay,
Did it really?
yeah, this is from Jason. Man,
Jason.
Is that Jaybird?
no, man, what a last name on this guy. I don't know if I'll leave it, but it says Schlocklevin or Schlocklevin.
Huh.
What a name, man.
Is he from Milwaukee because it's like Schlitz?
It says from Jason. Here it is. I've been practicing. I do a 1-finger grip with thumb and middle finger as my ring and index fingers are different lengths. It seems my middle finger is wearing smooth, and I don't think I'm getting a good hold on the dice, and I feel them slipping. Have you ever had this problem? And is there anything that can be done to rough up the skin besides sandpaper?
An emery board.
You got to be like a dadgum guy that goes out there and cracks safes, dude.
Yeah.
You got to get the fingers right.
I guess an emery board would be good. JJ, Bo, who was just in town, did he tell you that after he hit the ATS at Durango, and JJ can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but Durango, I think it was Durango that told him he has, I think, talcum powder that he has that he puts on his hands.
Keeps his hands dry, his fingers dry.
And they said, you can't do that. That's
Well,
kind of
because
like
the
a
white
baseball
powder-
pitcher, Ed.
Well, no, because they think it's either cocaine or something. You know what I mean?
don't think it's cocaine, Bo.
Well, why not? Look here's the answer. Use Arid extra dry deodorant, get a pill box, slice them up, put it in there, rub it on your fingers, and they won't stick to the dice. It's a smooth way to go, and there's no evidence of putting anything on your fingers.
Dude, where did that come from?
From Chris Palicki's book.
That's old.
That's old school.
I like that.
That works.
Slice up some extra dry. You put it in a little case and you dab your
in a
fingers.
little pill box. Get a little pill box. Put it in your pocket. Rub your fingers on it. Boom. You don't have any white powder in the dice.
Professional sniper grade stuff.
There you
Ed.
go.
The jackal.
There's a lot of things you do. Some of it I'm not going to say. If you want more answers, I'll be glad to answer emails. But there's a product you can buy on Amazon. It's called
Gorilla Glue.
no.
Ed, imagine that.
No.
You put some of that on, the dice stick to your fingers,
Boom.
and they don't ever
They
leave.
don't leave. They don't leave your fingers.
That'd be like the Fred Bolitnikoff thing where you got all the stick 'em on your
Oh
finger.
my God, dude, that'd be funny. You go to throw and there's
But
stuff
now you can
to your fingers.
you can do. It's called shooter's grip or player's grip.
Really?
And you can buy it on Amazon. It's designed for those kids that play on
Gaming?
games. all the-
Gamers. Yeah.
players grip, gamers grip, something like that. You can
That'll
put
work.
it on your fingers, and it just freaking dries them out beyond belief. You know, you can keep it in your pocket and turn around and just rub your hands together with it if you need to. But that's one thing you can do. Nothing is involved. There's nothing that's going to show
No
up on the
evidence.
table. Nothing, no evidence, nothing showing up. You know, quite frankly, I found during COVID that some, not all, but some of the alcohol-based
Hand
things
wipes?
that hand wipes are not, just the gel or whatever.
Yeah.
Some of those were very, very drying, and you could just dry your fingers out with it. Who's going to say anything to you about keeping your hands clean from, germs, right? So
I'm going to try that, dude.
there are other things. I mean, you can take a piece of chalk, put it in your pocket, rub your fingers on that chalk. It'll dry them out. Then you need to wipe your fingers on your pants before you pick up the dice.
Yeah, that's going to leave incriminating evidence
There you
on
go.
your shirt.
Don't
Have all these
wear
white
don't
finger marks.
don't wear dark colored breeches when you're going to do that.
Fingerprints all over your legs.
I like that, Ed, that gamers thing. I'm going to check that out.
I think it's called Gamer's Grip, actually.
That's cool, man. I like it.
Yeah. So what did they say to JJ?
They said, listen, dude, you can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I got to
It
get the
shows-
story from him. I think it was after he had a big role, too.
I'm going to tell you what. This is truth. The last time I was in Biloxi, I was playing with this shirt right here.
Mm-hmm.
And I found out that this shirt was extremely good at taking the moisture off my fingers.
Nice, man.
And this is a Casino Tears shirt. But I found out I could just sit there and rub my fingers on this shirt and my fingers would be dry and I could pick up the dice. They're not going to say anything to you for rubbing your shirt,
No.
right? It was taking the moisture right off my fingertips.
Hey, Ed, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Is Casino Tears, did the pit bosses or dealers ask you what is Casino Tears?
Hell, half of them are wearing a damn hunting license in the pit.
I like it.
Okay. So you own them then?
No, I don't own them. But I did have a dealer tell me the last time I was there, Ed, you throw any more hardways like that, and we're going to have some guys with some suits and ties down here.
Yeah, exactly.
God, we got to talk about my tournament too.
All right, so let me ask you.
Let's do that.
Before we do that,
questions.
I got questions from Facebook.
Shit. What do you want, Bo?
I want to hear about your tournament too.
All right. Well, listen, I'm going to stay with the shooters right now.
Okay.
I got another shooter question. Okay. This is from X-Man. He says, are you able to share any drills or routines when practicing mechanics on the throw, or is this part of your event? I assume there is more to it than just tossing dice into a rig for an hour or so. My practice routine is to throw approximately 72 rolls nearly every evening, trying to hit same landing area with minimal rotation and hope the dice don't scatter. I'm still working on consistency before worrying about changing dice sets in middle of roll. And basically he's asking.
He's trying to perfect his toss.
Yep.
And that's fine. He's not betting or anything, so that's fine. Use the same set. I don't know what set he's probably using the hardway set.
I don't know what kind of set he's using, actually.
Probably, I bet he's using the hardway set.
I mean, 72 rolls a night is pretty solid, wouldn't you say, Ed?
I would say 72 tracked rolls is perfect.
But is he doing it all at once?
You might throw more during the night, but if you track 72 rolls, stop tracking, and then maybe you want to do some where you're doing some bets or that kind of thing. I do that all the time. 72 is the max number you probably need to do if you're tracking rolls.
Do you break that up a little bit after 30 some rolls?
No, I don't. I just do 72 and then I'll stop and then I'll practice playing or whatever, do some bets, that kind of thing.
So you do 10 of those, you build a book.
Yeah. 72 is perfect.
Okay, cool.
To further answer his question, yes, you should be doing it. I mean, that's why I liked practicing by tracking and why I thought Bone Tracker was really helpful, just for the simple process of it, of just making it such a discipline over and over again. I think that's what helps you get in that routine. But as long as you're just not throwing without a purpose and just throwing, you know what I mean? Oh, I got my 72.
Right, you got to have a purpose. Yeah, exactly.
It's got to be very intentional and focused.
Yeah, but to answer the other part of his question, we go into depth on his mechanics, his toss, and our events too.
Yeah, I think he's going to be at the event in next March.
Which one is it? What's
X-Man. You don't know X-Man. He's a superhero.
He better email me or something so I can get him on the list.
Get it out. Yeah. It's up in Seattle area.
We're at 7 now, so for March.
This one's from Brunowski. Simple question, big answer though. How do you handle the cold times? That's a good question. How do you handle the cold times?
So what do you call on cold? Like 3 rolls, 7 out a couple times?
I think you call it cold times. I would define cold times as you're in a rut, you're not shooting well, and maybe had a few losing sessions at the casino and you're questioning life and your entire existence. That would be my cold time, Ed. I'm just questioning it. Why?
Take a break. If I really am struggling, I'll take a break and leave town for a week.
I like that. You gave me that advice early on, Bo. You're like, 10-ton, don't play. Don't play for at least a week.
That's right.
I think it's great advice. Ed, what do you
got to get you got to get your composure back. Otherwise you're chasing. What do you think, Ed?
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't want to chase, number one. And a lot of times when you're in a rut, the thing that gets me out of a rut is practicing from a different position. If I practice from if I'm in a rut from stick left, I will start practicing from stick right. Why? It makes me focus. So
I like that.
You got to focus. It helps you. Makes you think about what you're doing, and you're more careful about what you're doing. Maybe you go to straight out. Those are the things that'll break up the monotony of practice. In real life at a casino, you got to accept a small loss and leave and come back to fight another day.
Well, that's exactly why you have to have a stop loss on your bankroll and your buy-in.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just like PSO, or 2 rolls in PSO, and you're not making your money back,
Go to the bar.
yeah, anywhere. Go get breakfast. Go to the Waffle House. Go whatever you're going to do. Do anything but be at a craps table for a little while, because you've got to stop. You got to stop.
Agree.
Talk about forcing the game, right? Bo, I think those are really, really cold times. When I've had some big losses, I've stepped away for time, not a week, like a month.
Sure.
What helps me is what Ed said, going back and practicing, going back to basics, dialing it in. And then I think the biggest challenge is getting that loss or what you just lost far away in your mind so that it's not present. Because the more present it is, I have this anxiety about it, about wanting to get it back. So the longer I take, then it's like, okay, it's far off in the past. I'm fresh and I can come at it with sort of a new, clean, clear attack mindset.
Oh, yeah, the psychological part of that whole thing, what you're just talking about, is huge. So you got to clear your mind. Otherwise, you're just going to chase good after bad, and you're never going to dig yourself out. You got to take a big break. There you go.
What do you think about hitting the back wall? Bo, you're a cruiser. You've been on cruises. I've never been on a cruise in my life. This is one of the questions from Facebook. 10-ton, you don't cruise. I don't cruise. But on most cruise ships, if both dice don't hit the back wall,
No
so
roll.
no roll. So no roll. I'm good with that. Aren't you, Bo?
Sure. As long as they call a no roll on the 7 in the middle of the hand.
If every roll that none of the 2 dice hit the back wall, it's a no roll. I'm good with that. Now, on the land based, there's always this discretion at times, right? Which do you prefer?
Which do I prefer?
Yeah, stick man's discretion on calling it a no roll or a 7.
Well, see, there's
or
the
an
problem.
8.
That's problematic right there, because he may look at it a little differently than you look at it, right? So maybe they both hit the wall. One hit it a little softer than the other one. It hit the wall, but it didn't hit it hard enough for some of these guys. Okay, there's a new hybrid game out, right? Electronic game, right? It's a 7.5-foot table. Shooting from the end, one stick. They got it at Paris, 10-ton.
Yeah.
Okay, both dice have to hit the wall or it's a no roll, but the dealer doesn't call it. It's electronically. There's a sensor that the sensor tells you whether it hit the wall or not. I'll trust the sensor over a person, because you may have a biased person. You may have a biased person. Yeah. I don't like the human element involved in calling the roll yay or nay, especially if, you get sideways with some of these guys. Like, you need to hit the wall harder. Well, where the hell is that? I hit the wall. Yeah, but it's not hard enough. You ever had that happen to you, Ed?
I haven't ever had them tell me I didn't hit hard enough. I have had them tell me or friends of mine to put our purse on the drink rail and hit the back wall.
Okay, got it.
So yeah.
Well, at Bellagio, the old not now, but before the days of Joe. Remember Joe over there that stopped you from shooting the hook? You were guilty by association. They told me this is not a game of skill; it's a game of strength. Hit the wall harder. And it is. I knew they'd do it. I'm just trying to get you out of your hand. But see, that's the human element, and I don't trust it as far as if they're the ones making the determination whether it hit the wall or didn't hit the wall, because that's arguable. I'd rather have a sensor.
I'm all for the human element.
As long as it's consistent, I don't care.
Yeah, but when you're dealing with a human,
it's not always consistent.
Exactly.
But it needs to be consistent.
True. That has to be.
If it's consistent, I don't care. No row, no problem.
Right.
Give me the dice.
I like that, Ed. That's a pretty strong answer. Solid answer. I go with human element because sometimes these happy accidents occur where one dice, doesn't hit the back wall. And
well, it's obvious. I agree with that. That's fine.
That's why you have dealer bets.
Help it along.
Excellent point. Greasing the old wheels, right?
There you go.
I mean, if they win and you win, it counts. Right?
Yeah.
There you go.
So you got to have dealer bets out there.
Oh, man. Can I go with another question? I got so many here.
Go.
This is from an anonymous student of Bo's. Okay.
Anonymous student of Bo's.
He'd like to remain anonymous in fear of retribution from the Social Security crowd. Okay. Here's the question. Is regular craps a boring old man's game?
Hell no.
In relation to crapless?
You can't compare the two.
I mean, listen, crapless got the excitement. There's certain players that really love crapless. I guess it would be more of the PLO, if you had to compare it to poker, there's more action. It's more volatile.
I like to make money, so I'll forget the crapless. I'll go to the regular game, and I'm not bored.
I love to make money. Give me the crapless.
Oh,
There
see,
you go.
Ed really, I vacillate in between being terrified of crapless and then loving it.
You vacillate.
All
I
right.
love
So,
it.
but here's the point. If you're the shooter and you can't throw one horn number in two hands, you're on the wrong table.
I like it.
You got to be able to recognize that. If you're on a crapless table and you can't throw a horn number, you're on the wrong table.
It's true.
You need to go to the regular table. If you're on a regular table and all you're throwing is crapless, and this happens all the time, right? I mean, you're throwing horns and you go and the tables are always different. So crapless is a volatile game, very, very volatile, and you've got to be able to walk away if you can't hit those numbers that pay you. You've got
I agree. Yep.
Yeah, you got to be in tune, man, to hit those. But this is actually leads in. That's a good question. Leads into from the anonymous, the anonymous, anonymous listener. All right.
Well, crapless is so popular in the South, and it's just now catching on where you guys are. It's just now catching on in the Northeast. More and more tables are starting. Hell, it was born down here.
Yeah, man.
Half the tables of any casino you go to down here just about are going to be crapless. So you better know how, if you want to know how to play it, you need to know how to play it. Or the difference is there's no don't bets. So if you're a hedge player, stay away. If you're a don't player, you ain't got a prayer. But if you're a shooter, you can still play 4 through 10, but you're going to be pissed off when you throw 4 12s.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like to play. I prefer it to, again, it's a different mindset. I'm usually going for some pretty big lays sometimes, and it's kind of frustrating when you're doing that on a crapless. Like at Paris, I played crapless and I had the repeaters. Ed, I had 4 9s, 5 6s on this hand. I can guarantee money with lays, but you can't on a crapless.
But 10 ton, you're thinking about it absolutely wrong. You're thinking about not losing instead of winning.
That's a good point. That's a good point. But I'm also thinking pretty, smart, just trying to lock it up.
If it's $5 on it, just freaking hit it and be done with it.
Okay, you got a point. But
he's never put $5
if you can't throw another 9,
I guess
you've already thrown 4 of them.
Loser can only throw 4 of them. Can only throw 5.
If you can only throw 4 9s, why can't you throw 5, dude?
Yeah, exactly.
What the hell's wrong with you? I mean, you're playing a crapless with a repeater bet?
Yeah.
Look, 10 ton. If it was a good bet before the point was made, it's got to be a better bet when there's only one needed to make the bet.
Yeah, I thought I was just going to come through and make it anyway. You got to make it on different mindset when you're going in on a crapless. You just know you got to make it. There are no lays. You just got to make it like a man.
Didn't you say there's one casino that you lay on a crapless?
Yeah, it used to be.
Which one
Some
was
of
that?
the
Was that
Caesars
Paris?
properties they used to, but now you can't.
Okay.
Now they took out that, put the repeaters on it. But this actually leads in. This goes back to a question from Birdman again because he had a list of them. He says, I know Bo isn't a big fan of bonus bets, but I would like to hear his opinion if he thinks the ATS is better or the repeater bet bonus is better and why. So which of the two?
Well, if you know your signature number and if you can hit it 1 over probability, then the repeater would be better bet because the ATS, I mean, look, that's a long shot. I mean, lightning in a bottle. I look at it this way. If I hit it, I hit it. If I don't, I don't. I'm not going to worry about it. But if your signature number is like, say, an 8 and you can get it, if you can roll 6 8s, pays 90 to 1, what's the matter with that?
Ed, what do you think if you had to pick?
Well, where I play, there's not any repeater bets. So
you're stuck with the ATS.
I'm stuck with the ATS or none. So I enjoy the ATS a lot, and I will work the high side or the low side, whichever one has the most numbers. I'll adjust my sets and so forth. But, if you're on a repeater table, my opinion, and I only play repeaters when I happen to be in Vegas, none where I play, except that stupid ass Harrah's down there in Biloxi. And I laid the 6 because I had 5 of them. I did lay it eventually. But when you're on a repeater bet and you've hit probability and you need one more, then my opinion is take your bets off, just take everything down off of that number, put it in your rack, because if you hit it, you made a big payday. If you don't hit it, the money's in your rack and you
True.
still made a payday. So that's the way I look at the repeater bet. If you've got 5 sixes and you need one more and you got a $420 six, pull that
Take it down.
420 to your rack and see if you can hit it.
What would you have in the repeater? $5 or $10?
$5.
I'd pay you
see,
$450.
the problem that I've got with that damn table, number one, it's bouncy. It's hard to control. You've got a table that's got the ATS and the repeater bet on it. So you got multiple side bets going on. So yeah, I threw about 3 times, didn't hit that last 6. I said, lay it for 300. I gave myself 2 or 3 shots at it and I laid it for 300, never did hit it.
Cool.
You have $10 on it?
$5. I had $50 out on the repeater, and I had 10, 5, 10 on the ATS.
Oh yeah, you were, man. That's a
I
lot
mean-
of woman. That is a lot of woman there to handle,
Yeah,
huh?
I mean,
Jeez.
you know, it's like at home. You got to put the big one on the bottom, right? So, I mean, you got so much shit out there, you can't keep up with it almost. So you got to, what are you going to do?
Take your poison.
Lay the 6,
Yep.
and I did.
This one's coming from our good friend Bump John.
Bump John.
Sends in the late text. Here it is.
So he's back in town?
I think so. Why do you have a different come out set? If you have, this is a classic Bump John question, a classic. Why do you have a different come out set? If you have very limited rolls to diagnose your throw, does it make sense to basically waste a roll trying for a different set of numbers? Why wouldn't you throw your normal set to help see what you're getting?
I don't do that. I throw my, whatever set I think I'm going to use it for my come out set. So for instance, so whatever set I decide to use, I get 3 7s in a row. Now I establish a number. Now I'm going to change my set. If I get a number, I'm not going to change my set. I want to see what that set's going to work on a come out. So there you go. Yeah, that's what I do.
Ed,
Especially if you're going to change a brand new set that hasn't proven itself to you live in the casino.
Ed, what do you have to say to this? Fuck Bump
10
John.
times. Yeah, screw Bump John and his stupid ass question.
No, Bump John.
You know that I have a different come out set
Mhm.
versus my regular sets because I'm trying to hit horns on the come out to try to make money before I even set a point. I use the world bet and the ace deuce, sometimes hopping the reds to go with that. So I use a different set because I'm trying to hit horns. You know, I'm not trying to set the point as 6. I'm trying to hit a freaking 11 or a 12 or a 3. And if I can hit 3 of them in a row, I've made enough money at that point that I don't have to take money out of my rack. I can use casino money to place my bets. Then I set a point of 8. Then I can go to my 8 set. It's that simple from my perspective.
And if you don't hit your 8, you're already ahead.
Shoot, yeah, I ain't lost anything. I'm using casino money to make bets with. That's why I'd use a different come out set because I'm betting for the come out. I'm betting
that's a
differently.
strategy.
It is a total strategy, and you're trying to hit it. You don't hit it every time. It's easy to hit one horn. It's not real hard to hit 2 horns. But boy, if you can hit 3, it's magical. It's magic when you can hit 3. Two will get you by. 2 will get you enough to make your bets without even having to use your money. That's why I use a different come out set. But I place bets accordingly on the come out.
So you had a reason to. That's why.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're advanced. I mean, I guess it's good that you have a come out set.
If you've got a come out set and you throw, you know, your horn sets and are going to throw 7s usually somewhere in that process. So what if you throw a 7 on the come out? Just keep stacking that crap up out there and see if you can luck up, quote unquote, luck up and hit a 2 or 12.
Yeah,
or
it's
even
called
a-
controlled luck up. Controlled luck up.
You're trying to throw one of those numbers. I'm trying to throw one of 4 numbers, 2, 3, 11, 12.
Sure.
If I can hit one of those on that 3rd time and I've got a $75 world bet, it's gravy right there. I got enough
Perfect.
money coming to the rack. I got black chips coming to me and I can place bets anywhere I want to and I don't have to use my money. That's the reason, Bump John.
It's fair enough. Fair enough, right?
That's a different game. So that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Ed, you want to talk about this tournament? I got questions. I got even more questions. Bo, you want to hear about this tournament?
I do
Yeah,
want.
I really like to hear about it.
A full-length extended version of this podcast is available exclusively on our Patreon page. New episodes drop weekly every Tuesday. We hope you enjoyed this podcast and will tell all of your fellow craps playing friends about it. Please follow Casino Tears on Apple Podcast, Spotify, or your favorite podcast app. If you like the show, please rate it 5 stars and leave a review. The best and most fun way to contact us would be to call and leave a message on our official Casino Tears vent line, 229-07. You can also email us at no7@casinotears.com. And lastly, to help support this podcast, you can visit our Patreon at patreon.com/casinotears. On behalf of Roll to Win Craps from Alabama and 10 Ton is #1 from Las Vegas, thanks for listening.